our students, our kids, our youth of today. Now, and we need collaboration. We need collaboration with industry. Industry being all the companies out here doing what they need to do to make this happen, to raise the awareness. That's what we need to do. And it's a we thing. I can't do it alone, but I certainly need some help doing it. If you know of older people that are retired, I don't care how old or how young, it doesn't matter, that want to help with this endeavor, please go on the website, puttoolsinschools.org, sign up, volunteer, be a part. We're going in a direction now, the board of directors over the past year, August 7th, it'll be a year, that we've taken steps to create a board of directors, committees, involvement. It's not about me, not about me at all. It's about the future of our and well-being and mental health of our tomorrow's youth and kids, the adults of tomorrow. But we adults of today have to jump up and do something about this because our kids aren't happy. That's what bugs me more than anything. They're not happy. They're killing themselves. Suicide rates never been higher. And you know what? If you put happy in the equation, that'll go away. And kids need to be creative. They need to feel empowered. We need to give that to them. Put tools in schools is not just about putting tools in kids' hands. It's stimulating their self-confidence, their abilities to create, to imagine. And man, you get that and you can see bells go off, lights go off. That's what we're trying to do here. It's just raise the awareness. And in order to do this, we've got to get into the schools and organizations. We're setting up relationships with several different other nonprofits to address groups of kids, not whole schools, groups of kids. But in order to do this, we need help. I need help. Somebody other than myself on a truck, a trailer, going to the sites, working with kids, with tools, with hands-on activities, letting them know what's possible. And doesn't matter what. So that's what Put Tools in Schools is doing. And we're going to continue to do, but we can't do it without industry stepping up and participating.
I agree.
Now, I know it's an investment, and you're looking for that money in return. Well, I'm sorry, that's not a quick fix.
No.
Unfortunately. And I know we all got to make money. I get that. But guess what? I'm not getting nothing to do it.
I'll tell you, Ray, you had a call out to people that may be retired that want to help out. And certainly there's a group of folks that have grown up in the trades and still have the capacity to share their wisdom and to train and to teach. There's a whole another group of folks that may feel like they're trapped in corporate America or some other place that have the skill set and like to give back purpose and cause and mission. I was in corporate for a very long time, and this would have been a wonderful avenue for me to get involved in too. And I love a number of things you said. You said you need help. I think this problem set, which is we don't have the mechanisms to engage our youth into the trades in a way that is solving the overall gap. And so we need to help each other.
We need to collaborate. That's for sure.
And then collaboration is key too. The problem is so big is like we cannot get so arrogant or so one way and like we have the way to solve the problem. There's so many ways to solve the problem.
There's a lot of initiatives going on around Charlotte and the country for that matter.
And
a lot.
And I think you do a really good job at partnering with the people trying to solve this. And I'll share like what you're saying is it's a request, right? Right now on this radio station, Put Tools in Schools, there's an ability to go in and sign up. If you're listening, if you're compelled, if you have those skill sets, if you look at your young kids, if you look at your young kids' neighbors, if you see the benefit that we're talking about here with Ray, then go out there, reach out. and volunteer. And we may not know what that looks like today, but the thing that won't happen is that we cannot solve this with people not taking action. And so if you're listening and you don't even know how you can help, the biggest thing you can do is to take action. Make a phone call, go sign up, reach out, take action. There are kids, young people that are dying to get to learn from you. They're all out there. They're ready to learn from you.
And like I said, we don't have the silver bullet or the golden answers to all things, but we'd love to help somewhere along the lines if we can with another organization. Get involved with other nonprofits. We've got a meeting next week with the West Boulevard Ministry. Bart Noonan, I do believe we're going to reach out to him, see how we can help more kids. Because unfortunately, our educational system are a bit reluctant and slow to embrace industry the way that industry needs to be involved with our education system.
Yeah.
Then it gets down to money. Who's going to have what money? And it's not what I'm talking about here doesn't require a lot of money. What requires the money for Put Tools in Schools is the financial support in feeding some kids occasionally. We need equipment. We need truck. We need a trailer to create a mobility program. The mobility program is all going to be centered around a trailer and a pickup truck or a work truck designed to go to different sites and high schools and middle schools and nonprofits to literally be a teaching element on wheels. It's that
Mhm.
simple. And it would take 2 to 3 people to make that very effective. Not a lot of manpower.
Yep.
Not a lot of industry involvement is necessary, but we have to have it. One person can't do this. And hopefully one day we can expand that mobility program to 3 trailers and teach parents in elementary schools. The projects have at least 8 to 10 projects on that trailer with all necessary elements and tools necessary to make it happen. And parents can check out the trailers and go visit elementary schools and engage kids. We need to make a consolidated effort on putting tools in schools, putting these opportunities, raising the awareness of the opportunities, and working with your hands and your mind. And you know what? If you just ask yourself, when are you your happiest? Each and every one listening to me now, when are you your happiest? Typically, it'll be when you're serving with purpose or creating, painting, using your mind, creating, right? Most of the time. I've asked hundreds of people now that question. And the vast majority of the time, it's when I'm serving and creating. And you know what? That's the way it's supposed to be.
Yep. I can tell you, mine is when you're serving your purpose and you're closely aligned to that, and you can only do that if you have the freedom to do so. And if you wipe out one whole set of things that are not options for you, that it's going to be very difficult.
You know what's beautiful is the money you can make working with your hands and your mind in today's world.
Yep.
The opportunity, and I don't work for the money. I work for the task, completing the task the way it should be completed, and then I get paid at the end. What a wonderful way to go.
Ray, I'd love to talk to you about something that's really near and dear to my heart, and that's an internship program that we're doing this summer.
That's great.
So we have 2 individuals. One's going to be a senior at South Carolina. He's in business school. Brilliant kid.
College boy.
He's a college boy, yeah. And the other one has been here since he was 14 years old. He's from Venezuela, and he did not graduate from high school. And the two
How
of
old
the,
is he?
he's 22 as well, so about
Okay.
the same age. And
One's a college grad, the other one's Venezuelan. Moved up here when he was what? You said 15?
14, 15 years
14,
old.
okay.
Hasn't seen his parents since 14 years old.
Right.
And the 2 of them together working hand in hand every day has been absolutely magical.
Where'd you find him, if you don't mind me asking?
I like to think that they found me, but
That's cool.
Yeah, actually one of them was
Especially
recommended.
the college boy.
Yeah, well, one of them was recommended to me from a person that works with. She She built the city,
Right.
and he's just a fantastic, dynamic human being that has a tattoo of focus and another one of resilient. And the kid understand how hard life is, right?
Well,
And
hold that thought.
sure,
We'll come back and finish the story.
awesome.
Todd Chitester, Dwelink. Come back. Got a story about how he's got internship program and what he's doing. And one size doesn't fit all. When you say internship, what's that mean? We'll talk about it. And there's your resource page at puttoolsinschools.org. We'll be back.
You won't want to miss our blockbuster Independence Day sale going on now. Get up to $4,000 in rebates with our Buy More, Save More deals. Plus, save up to $800 on GE side-by-side refrigerators or up to $1,600 on French door models. And save up to $1,200 on GE laundry pairs with pedestals. With 18 months, interest-free financing, and same-day or next-day delivery, nobody gets it to you faster. Visit one of our 10 locations or find us at queencityonline.com.
Crowntown Cannabis, Charlotte's original CBD store. Not only do we have CBD products, we have all kind of natural holistic products for your health and wellness. Come see for yourself at one of our 3 Charlotte and surrounding locations. 2419 Central Avenue, Charlotte. 3201B North Davidson Street, Charlotte. Or 119 Country Club Drive Northeast in Concord, North Carolina. Also find us online at crowntowncannabis.com.
For all the do-it-yourselfers out there, when it comes to pest control, it is important to remember that while pest control may seem simple and straightforward, there are many intricacies and nuances to the process that help ensure it's done properly. So as with most things in life, if you're going to do it, might as well do it right. Call Kilo Exterminating Company today. They're glad to help. That's 704-333-9855. That's Kilo Exterminating and Pest Control at 704-333-9855. Or online at kilo.biz.
All right, welcome back. Now, I want to throw something out there. Dinner, a meal card, meal ticket, the little card to McCoy's Smokehouse and Saloon. Just I want you to call the first person that calls with an indicator. We're on YouTube Live. Right now, as we talk, we're on YouTube Live and Facebook Live, both. We're streaming live on YouTube. So the first caller that calls me, and don't lie to me, okay? And you check me out. You call 704-227-8986 and let me know you saw us on YouTube. And you find me. I'm not telling you what channel I'm on. You find me. Use your brain. And that's 704-227-8986. A meal ticket to McCoy's. And by the way, they're open every Sunday. They've got Thursday, a special on every Thursday too, and as well. So If
they find us on YouTube, leave us a comment.
Yeah.
Leave us a comment, then I'll know that you found us.
Yeah.
And then call in.
There you go. That's it. That's 704-227-8986. We're on YouTube Live, seeing how that goes. And as we move forward with this streaming show every Saturday morning from 8 to 11, we're going to be on different platforms. We're not sure where we're going, what we're going to do. We're going to do something, even if it's wrong.
Got to keep moving. Forward is key.
But for the break, we're back now with Todd Chitester from Dwelink, and he's got a great concept and a great business model. Great.
Thanks.
And I feel like it's got a lot of merit in the Charlotte-Mecklenburg market, no question about it. But he like any company in the service industry, which you are primarily, that's what you do. You provide service.
Yep.
You got to have people to make that happen.
Sure.
So you got 2 interns now.
I do. And I was sharing the story a little bit. One person is about to be a senior business major at USC, real bright guy. Another person is from Venezuela, and the 2 of them are absolute magic. And it's interesting because if you were to ask both the person that's going to college and myself, over the last 4 weeks as we've engaged, who's been the benefactor, who's been the one that's learned the most about life and moving forward, and it would be the 2 of us. Like, you would have thought that scenario would be that we are here and we can help teach someone who doesn't have the education some of these things, but the reality is it's just the opposite. This young individual is so hungry to learn,
Venezuelan,
and to show up, and he's the first person in his family that's learned English, and that dynamic version of who he is going to do great things in this world. And I'm so grateful that he's a part of what we're doing. And I've watched him infuse life into this kid that's kind of grew up in a way where he was going to always go to college. He grew up to a mom and dad that are just lovely, amazing people. You asked me how I met them. Father's a good friend of mine, investor of the company, someone I've worked with in corporate real estate, totally believes in what we're doing. And his son had options to do other internships, and I'm grateful to have him do this. And we're learning together. I was like, all right, let's teach. Let's look at what the margin is on getting that mulch delivered and installed, and having them come up with, all right, we either have to charge more or work faster. I'm like, yep, those are the 2 options ultimately, or buy the mulch for cheaper somewhere else. But if you're not going to degrade quality, there's only a few things that we can change.
You got to maintain the quality.
And so, like, teaching them at a young age, like the business of trades and I think we do a huge disservice of sending people through apprentice programs and internships, and we don't teach them the business,
right? I agree.
The small business.
Matter of fact, that's the number one thing that I would recommend to anybody going into the trades is take a course in business. You know, you don't have to have a degree in business, although that wouldn't hurt, but take a course in business, because that was definitely the weakest area of my life is my business sense or lack of, because I should be a millionaire according to everybody. Well, I'm not. So.
Well, I think the cool part is that there's really only a few things that that you need to be successful in this industry. And right now, you don't have to be really great at them because there's such a lack of them in there.
Much lack. It's
so
easy.
I often share, like, all we have to do is just a little bit better. But I want to share one thing with you, and it has to do with what we're talking about and people. And it's on our website. And these are the requirements of people that need to work at Dwelink. And I think that if you were to say, yeah, these are requirements for people that I want to invest in too. And there's 10 points. They're very simple. Be kind and courteous to all. Say what you're going to do and do it. Show up. Communicate proactively. Be authentic. Teach all who are willing. Learn from all. Help others. Apologize and forgive regularly. And encourage everyone to be their whole self.
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Read them again. Awesome.
Be kind and courteous to all. Say what you're going to do and do it. Show up. Communicate proactively. Be authentic. Teach to all that are willing. Learn from everyone. Help others. apologize and forgive regularly, encourage everyone to be their whole self. And that's front and center on our website. And that's the kind of people that I believe we're trying to create in the trades. And these are the kinds of people that I know in the trades that you have recommended to me. I've met. It's who you are. It's my friend David Messenger over at Harkey Tile. He helped me come up with this list of like, what is it that we want to be about? And we want to be about these core principles, how we grew up in this small town and helping each other and what it meant to differentiate ourselves. And so I believe that the cool part about the people that I find in the trades, oftentimes this is who they are already. And so this is our commitment. And so when we partner with people in our HVAC, we're like, are you these things? And I don't
Really, that list, Todd, is the requirements for any service job, period.
I would think so.
They're the basic principles behind getting a job, hands down. And it's that simple. The most important thing you do in life, I don't care who or what relationship you're in, is communicate. That is the most important thing we all do, is communicate, or not. But primarily, communication skills are absolutely essential in this world we live in the service industry. And there's so much just involved in that. But there again, the showing up, it's just great. It's a great list.
Thank you. Thank you.
So a great benchmark too. Now what you looking at?
Oh, I was just going to look. We have a medallion that we put. It's the care commitment, which is courteous and authentic, and it's this concept is like we're a group of people that love to care for other people. Like in the service industry, fundamentally what we are is we're people that serve other people.
Yep, you're
And
exactly
so-
right. There's not a job I go on that I don't educate.
No, and for me,
Every job I stop if there's somebody there. I left the show last Saturday and met a designer over the job. And we sat there about 30 minutes, and she was asking me questions about different stuff.
Yeah.
And I was just educating her on my knowledge. And then at the end, she said, "Ray, I really appreciate you. You've helped me so much." But there again, it's a we thing.
always.
It's a we thing. It's not me. It's not you. It's us.
Yep.
And we all need to collaborate and work together to achieve the common goal. You were speaking earlier, and I have to put big kudos out. Since with Put Tools in Schools, I says a we thing.
Mhm.
Well, I've got a constituent now, an associate with Put Tools in Schools. She is so, and she probably is listening because she's a big listener to this show. She's been invaluable. She's 75.
Mhm.
She's a ball of fire. She's real as can be, and she's smart as anybody could be.
Mhm.
She has done more to help me go forward than anybody and keeps me on track. And I'm really grateful to have those people. And she, again, is volunteering because she is very much aware of the issues we're talking about.
Well, I think it's interesting, Ray, and I've gotten to know you well enough to know one thing about you is that you know where your skills are and where your skills start to wane. And one thing I've appreciated about you is like, I need help doing this. And you've surrounded yourself with people that will fill the gaps for where your strengths are not as strong. And I think that that's the key for anyone to move forward is to understand where like you need help. And for me, like I need help all over the place. I have my
We all
sister,
do,
and
yeah.
I think that only can happen if we do a couple of things. One, are a little bit vulnerable about our weaknesses, and two, ask for help. If you take the stance of I know how to do this and no one else can bring in an outside perspective that will help me, and you've always been really, really great at that. And I think it's why so many people want to help you, is because you have a big vision that we all want to be a part of, and you don't take ownership of it as if you know the answer. It's like, hey guys, we got to mobilize. Let's go. Let's do this. Like someone has to mobilize it, so I'll start.
Well, the fact is, we've got to instill leadership in our youth as well. The lack of leadership in our culture as a whole is absolutely terrible. We need leaders. In 2 weeks, 2 weeks, we're going to have a man show. It's about men. Yep, F3, one of the founder of F3, Dread. That's his F3 name. Do you know about F3?
I do, sure.
Well, F3 is going to be on the show, and Bones, a chiropractor,
Mm-hmm.
and another gentleman is going to be talking about pickleball.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about health, wellness with men, and staying young with men, leadership, mentoring with men. You get the point.
It's really important, and it's a bold move, and I think it's having strong, caring, vulnerable leaders that are men. It is really important at this time in age, more than ever.
Yeah, I
There's
agree.
a whole movement of like being this alpha macho man that, there's room and space for that. But there's also a book I read recently. It's called Leader as a Healer. And what that is someone that can empathize where somebody
Empathy,
is and
yeah.
have a conversation with another person, another human man, and talk about our emotions and feelings. I say,
Right.
I know you must feel strange about not saying the right things on the radio, but we all got you. We're here for you.
Right.
And like, I think we have an opportunity for 2 generations of men to start talking to each other about real stuff, real feelings, real emotions.
Right.
Like my children, the only reason that they won't is if I mess it up, because they want to talk about real things. COVID did something to this group of people that's like, you know what? I don't want to go backwards and have this generational challenge that we've had where men are too stoic and don't want to talk to their children about what it means to be a man, like a real man, which is caring and kind and also
That's what
puts
love is.
parameters.
That's what love is. Love makes the world go round.
It's the answer to everything.
The greatest healing power, the greatest fixer, the greatest everything is all around love.
Sure is, my man.
Yep.
I know that to be true.
It's the biggest number one fact on the planet. Love heals all.
It does. And men have to learn how to say it to each other. First to have lunch with you and I left, you said, love you, Todd. And you know what? I knew you meant it.
Yeah, I do. I love you because of your energy, your devotion to humanity and mankind as a whole.
I appreciate it.
And that's something that I've exercised in the past 20 years, is telling men that I truly love because of their place, because of their actions, because of their compassion and empathy. That's love. Love is so misunderstood today because that's something else we're not teaching. We're not teaching love. We've misguided that word. And it's the greatest healer on everywhere.
Oh, I totally agree.
So anyway, and we need to teach that to our kids. It's okay to cry, by the way. I cry 3-4 times a week, at least.
I may have you beat, but yeah, I'm there too.
Yeah, I'm a very emotional man. But a lot of people, the older I get, the more emotional I get.
It is fascinating. A lot of folks think that crying is weak. I don't believe it is.
No,
I believe it's just pure.
It's an emotion that you need to get in touch with and express and do it openly with other people. It's okay, because my gosh, look what's going on around us. There's some things to cry about, get emotional about.
Sure.
But it's okay to be emotional, and it's okay to cry. And most of all, I thought many times, a lot of people have told me, Ray, you need to write a book. What do you write a book about? You could write one about everything. Why men don't hug.
Yeah.
That's the title of my book.
Why do you think they don't?
Ego.
Yeah.
Ego. What we've been trained to be. It's so wrong.
I'm a hugger.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We'll hug it out.
There's touch is healing. There's so much, and touch is love.
Yeah.
And that's a principle that a lot of people say, oh, that's not right. No, that's right.
Yeah. And it's tough. I mean, as a father, as someone who had fairly large teams, and and also have the role of correction and have the role of guiding and
Be the father.
yeah. So
You're being the father.
but then in the work situation, it's not appropriate for me to be the father, but it is
Well, in
appropriate to be the
actuality, it
leader.
is, because fathering is mentoring.
Well, I appreciate that, and I do my very best.
Matter of fact, I think, and I said this on Father's Day, all men need to be fathers. All men need to be fathers and responsible fathers. We need to mentor. We need to teach. We need to guide. Well, it can't be the blind leading the blind either. If you get my
And we
drift.
need to listen, and we need to learn, and we need to advocate, because as white men in America, we have the responsibility to try to understand and change things that need to be changed. I believe that with my whole heart, that like my sister is one of my favorite people in the world, and
One that
uh,
helps you?
she helps me. Yeah,
Yeah, I met her. I
she's
remember.
fantastic,
Yeah.
and
Who?
her name's Lindsay.
Lindsay. Yeah.
Lindsay. And I joke with her. I was like, we're gonna trick the rich white man. And I say that jokingly because I believe that like change happens through um, through the people that have control.
Yes.
And I have learned of wonderful, great men who fit that demographic, who want to make change happen. And so, I just think it's important for us to continue to have these conversations and try desperately to not alienate folks, or to make the agenda bigger than about ourselves.
Self-centered, narcissism,
That's right.
ego-driven.
No,
Yeah.
it's about something bigger
Selfishness.
than
Yeah.
than
Oh,
us.
yeah. The one principle I live by is if you give, you'll get. So you give. And, there's no limit to giving. And actually, there'll be no limit to getting. And, if you give in life, you'll get. So we need to teach that concept. And no, not necessarily money. Everything's about money, 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 money. And if there's one thing they teach in school, they teach that. And let me reflect on that a minute. When I've talked to over 4,000 kids, students, high school students, and I ask them each class that comes in there, what's the number one thing you want in life? What's the number one thing? We all want the same thing. Ultimately, we all want and need the same thing. What is it? And you know what their answer is? It's money. And I yell emphatically, no, it's not. They look at me like I'm a Martian and will start arguing about it. Yes, you got to have money. I understand that. But what's the number one thing you want? It's happy. You want to be happy. Now, how do you get to happy? Then we have to start the dialogue. You find something you love to do with purpose.
Understand who you are at your core.
Yeah.
If you understand who you are at your core, then you have something to evaluate against. You wake up knowing who you are, what you want to be, and like what it is that you aspire. You live your day out, and you can put your head on your pillow, and you can say, I'm happy if you live that way. And if you veer from that, then you tend to feel unhappy. If you live a way that's not who you are at your core, the people that I know that struggle with the concept of happy are people that struggle to live what they want to be, who they are in their core.
That defines put tools in schools. You just said it. The whole objective is to find you're happy through alternative methods you're not learning in school. It's that simple. And not that it's for everybody, because it's not. But everybody benefits from using their mind and their hands with tools and critical thinking. Everybody benefits from it, because as I have friends, female friends, that before they met me wouldn't attempt certain things. Since they've met me, they attempt a lot of things because I've helped empower them and give them the self-confidence, as well as many, many, many men that have come to me and say, thank you, Ray, for giving me the self-confidence to screw it up, possibly. But more times than not, I'm successful. And you will be. That's an attitude. So that's put tools in schools. That's what it's all about.
Can I share something with you?
Please.
I was the fourth of 6 kids, and my dad and I butted heads a little bit. I think I thought I saw the world in a way that was more clear, and we never quite connected. I decided at a young age that I was going to go to college, and almost had this underlying thought process of I'm never going to need him. And the reality is that it was a huge injustice for him, because I do desperately need him, and I'm so grateful that has been remedied. But the part that I want to share with you is the number of human beings that I have come across in my life that have come to me and said, "You know what your dad meant to me?" Like these people, and like it was refuge for these kids to go to shop class.
Yep.
And my dad gave them structure and put his arm around them and
Gave them hope.
gave them discipline where he needed
Yeah.
discipline, and gave these young men and women the ability to see and learn something in a different way.
Right.
And so if my pops is listening, Dad, I love you very much, and I appreciate all you do. And I love more than anything when I hear how many people talk about what my dad meant to them. And he was a wood shop teacher, he was a metal shop teacher. He was the one that taught them about tools.
I got
What
it.
the name of the tools was, how to use it, how to build it.
We had 4 students in here about a couple months ago reflecting on your dad concept through Keith Olson, the shop teacher at Independence High School. Keith Olson is your dad to those 4 students. And they could not sing Keith Olson's praises enough. And Keith Olson's a hero in today's world with kids. But you know what? And here's the sad part. There's 33 high schools in Charlotte, 3 carpentry programs, 4 automotive programs, over 33 high schools.
That's going to change, and you're making it happen.
570. What am I doing here? 704-227-8986. Old days. Got a lot of numbers from years past to deal with. You're listening to About Your House on Fox Sports Radio Charlotte. Download the free app. Stream us live. foxsportsradio.com. Excuse me, foxsportsradiocharlotte.com. We're YouTube Live, Facebook Live, About Your House Radio. We'll be back.
An operated company serving Charlotte and the surrounding areas since 1989, making the Carolinas safer, one chimney at a time. Owens also sells, installs, and services stoves and fireplaces, including wood stoves and wood inserts, gas stoves and gas inserts, gas logs, and complete installation services. All of our lead service technicians are trained and certified. Call Owens Chimney Systems at 704-554-9595 or visit us online at owenschimneysystems.com.
Carolina Foundation Solutions is a family-owned and operated company and a licensed general contractor in North and South Carolina, providing foundation solutions from the mountains to the sandy shores of the coast. At Carolina Foundation Solutions, our objective is to help educate, offer guidance, and provide assistance. With over 200 years of combined experience, our family of experts are ready to help protect and repair your largest investments. If you have a problem, we have a solution. Call 877-883-4626 or online, carolinafoundationsolutions.com.
Summer heat is here, along with the humidity. Will your air conditioner provide the comfort needed? ABS Insulating can provide the resources to give you comfort this summer and all year. ABS Insulating uses the latest technology and products to insulate and seal the envelope of your home, creating a comfortable environment all year long, also extending the life of the air conditioning. Call ABS Insulating today for lasting comfort tomorrow. 704-821-4343 or absinsulating.com.
Steve Helms here with the Al Metal Dryer Vent Corporation. The Al Metal Dryer Vent Corporation is a full-service dryer vent company. Regardless of the problem, we can handle it. Do you have flex hose behind your dryer? All dryer manufacturers tell you not to use flex hose in the owner's manual. It restricts airflow, which causes overheating and longer drying times. Call Al Metal Dryer Vent at 704-846-8368 or online at almetaldryervent.com. That's 704-846-VENT. Have you cleaned your dryer vent lately?
Have a question or comment for the show? Call us at 704-227-8986. Remember, that's 704-227-8986. Now, back to the show.
All right. Welcome back. Next Saturday, we're going to talk heating and air and cooling and all this. But right now, we're going to talk to Lindsay. Good morning, Lindsay. How are you doing?
Good morning, Ray. I'm doing well. Good to hear your voice and to watch you over the last couple hours.
Well, that's great. Glad you called. Brother Todd's in here doing a fine
Hi,
job.
Todd.
Lindsay, what's your title with Dwelink?
Well, I'm Todd's sister, and I'm also a Dwelink partner. I don't know. I think chief of staff was thrown out there at one point, but basically, I keep Todd in line, and I hope to say that I'm a little bit of a right hand woman for him.
You don't live in Charlotte. You're up in Pennsylvania?
I'm in Rochester, New York.
Rochester, New York. I got you. I met you when you were in Charlotte here a month or so back.
Yeah, you sure did.
Yeah.
Hey, Lindsay, what did we miss? You've been listening for 2 hours. You know what I talk about all day, every day with you. What is it that we're missing?
Oh, gosh. Well, I was really just thinking of, just echoing all that you were talking about, mentoring young people and the importance of doing that. And I've seen my brother do that for young women, for young men. Just really wanted to emphasize how important that is, no matter how old you are. And I think that that's one of the really cool things that we do at Dwelink is, promote from someone from a junior homemate to a homemate to a senior homemate, anyone that wants to learn, anyone that wants to work, to just elevate them. And I've seen that work. I actually left my corporate job and my work at a college because I was seeing more and more people have opportunities in the trades. And so the two of us have gone down this path of something a little bit different than the way our career trends started out. But I really think that's awesome. And I think it's really great. You've talked a lot about men, mentoring men, but also, utilizing positions of authority or power to elevate other people. So we work with She Built This City and working with women and people in marginalized communities, and using your position to help promote everybody. Like we went to a career fair at She Built This City, and afterwards I was kind of in tears, and I said to Todd, thank you so much for putting yourself out there for people. Like you could just go out and hire people who've been in this business for a long, long time, but you're doing something different. So I guess I just wanted to call in and just say, I appreciate all of the work that the two of you are doing and giving other people an opportunity to advance themselves in ways that they maybe didn't see themselves advancing. Just wanted to call in and offer that contribution.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate what you're doing with Dwelink as well. Great concept, great Great model. I hope it takes off in the direction you both are working for it to do so.
Lindsay,
Yeah, you
thank
got
you.
it.
Ray, I wanted to make sure you heard what she said. She had her dream job as the head of marketing for admissions for the college, her alma mater, and she left that job that was attracting students to come to college because of what she saw was happening in the trades and the opportunities that's there. And
Awesome.
so,
Awesome,
like,
Lindsay.
this is a family affair. We're all crazy in a little the same way.
That's great.
We believe in this thing.
That's super. Well, I appreciate you calling in, Lindsay. I really do. And thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Love you very much, Lindsay.
All right.
Love you, brother.
Go have a good weekend.
Thanks. You too.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
It's amazing, and I'm glad she's with you.
Yeah, I wouldn't be where I was if it wasn't for her.
That's awesome.
Yep.
But somebody's trying to call in 704-227-8986. And he says, he says he's getting an answering machine or some kind of.
I don't know.
We don't understand that because we've gotten 2 callers today.
No, it's already closed. Call line's closed now. We got to go.
Yeah, the call line's closed because we got to go. You had your chance, but that's all right.
And it looks like David Richardson's probably going to win that because I do see that he was live on YouTube. So thanks for listening, David.
Yep. Thank you so much. And as we move forward, folks, like I said, radio's gone by the wayside for us. We're streaming live. Our whole objective now is to stream. And that's our pathway. We're streaming on the interweb. Oh, boy. The voyage is exciting. Todd, I appreciate you coming in today. I really do.
Absolutely.
It's been fun.
Appreciate it. If anyone is out there that 2 people we need. One is if you're a home owner and you struggle to manage all of the aspects of your home, or you're just fascinated by what we do, www.dwelink.com. That's DWELINK.com. And as importantly, if you are in the trades, you're fascinated by listening to the show, you tune in regularly, we're looking for a homemate. And that homemate is a person that's a very special person. It's a person that comes along and is the advocate and an assistant to homeowners and has a different type of background that can do a lot of different handy person type things, but also is just really has a heart and a desire to care for homeowners and make sure that house is at its best, very best for the homeowner.
Gotcha. Also, listening to Todd here, he's looking for good people. He read a list to you. He gave you qualifications. He's very open-minded and willing to learn with you about you to be a part of his team. Am I right or wrong?
I would love nothing more than for someone to be compelled by this conversation and be like, I want to be a part of that. I'm 100% right.
I mean, you take men out there listening right now that think they know a little bit of something about working with their hands. Here's an opportunity right here to move into the trades through the back door. Basically what we're talking about.
Absolutely.
And it's dwelink.com. And just a little tidbit, you never have to say www again.
Yeah, all right. Dwelink.com.
Dwelink.com is all you need.
But
a lot of syllables you don't need to say.
Oh, man, you're always helping me out. Appreciate you, Ray.
I've told many people, don't say that again. People run cut spots, say www. Don't say that. You're taking up space. But anyway.
Love it.
Dwelink.com. And you can go online. All the contact info is right there. Todd's in Charlotte. No question. This is a Charlotte-based company. It's a concept, a business model that I'm sure is going to take off in time. Hardest part he's got to do is find people who are passionate about what they do.
Yeah. I'm finding lots of people passionate about what they do. Also, homeowners that realize that their time is more important and their peace of mind is more important and that they just need help. And if it's the hardest thing is homeowners saying, I need help.
Gotcha.
So.
I hear you. All right. Well, what we got here? We got 3 more minutes. I tell you, one of the reasons I called you and wanted you to be on the show is I wanted you to share exactly where you've come since you were last on the show.
Sure.
And you've made progress, which is great, But folks, I'm telling you, if you need help as a homeowner and you want to consult with Todd, I would highly recommend calling him and seeing what he could do to aid you, to help you in your home ownership. Because there's a lot of you people out there that have some issues, a lot of issues, and they can help you. Now, granted, it's a cost service. You have to pay for it. This is no charity organization.
No, I wish it could be a nonprofit, but there's a reality that like what we do adds value to your home. It gives you peace of mind, and all of that deferred maintenance, that rot, the things that you have a little bit of shame to get done. Give us a call. We'll get your house back to new.
Gotcha. Well, I once again, I appreciate you being here.
I appreciate wearing our shirt. I love it.
Oh yeah, well you gave me a shirt. I need to wear it. I tell you, I get lots of shirts here and there. Well, folks, we got some great shows coming up. I'm going to load the calendar up, and one more thing too. You can go on to puttoolsandschools.org here in the next week, and I'm going to post all the guests on the calendar, and all the events that we're going to schedule will be on the calendar on puttoolsandschools.org. If you're an education facility or an institution or a school looking to schedule an event at your school, puttoolsandschools.org. You can fill out the information, and we'll get back to you, and we'll make it happen. And we'll make it happen the way you can make it happen. Not all schools operate the same way. They have different schedules and different situations. We'll flex and do what we got to do. So there you go. All the info's on puttoolsandschools.org. Please visit, fill out how you can help, volunteer. You boomers out there that want to do something with your hands and you know more than you're supposed to know, call me. Let's do something. Have fun. Raise some kids. Teach them how to work with their hands. Now go mentor a child. Love your neighbor. Love everybody. Love heals all. Thank you, Brother Todd. You know I love you.
I'm coming over with that hug, man.
Yeah, we're going to get a hug here. There you go, brother.
Waterman hug.
There you go. Yeah, I'm really grateful. So go make it a great week, folks. Happy 4th of July week to you. Hope it was a great one. Let's do it again next week right here on About Your House.